Hello, I thought I'd jump on and quickly do a little bit of a riff about how I'm feeling right now and why I'm a little bit teary-eyed, and I can't even explain it myself. It's really weird. I got speaking to a friend and she mentioned something about mindset and everything's in our mind, which I agree with, and her whole thing was about potentially putting herself forward for this race. It got me thinking. I'd always wanted to do an Ironman. Now, this came at a later stage, well, after I started getting into running. And at first, if you told me I'd ever run a marathon, I would have said, yeah, whatever, no way. But I started off with the 5K, then 10K, then it went to half marathon, then ultra marathon. Then when I did 2 ultra marathons in 1 year, that kind of turned me off running. I've just started to get back into running now. But I kind of thought, after doing some of the long ones I've done, and it's nowhere near the amount of time, like the amount of length that I've had in my previous training for ultras or marathons. But I thought, oh, I know. I used to think I'd want to do an Ironman. I thought, definitely not now. However, her saying that about this particular race got me thinking about an Ironman, and it popped into my head, and I started having this whole conversation with myself. It's really weird. I started looking into Ironmans. I got on ChatGPT looking for the best courses, and I watched this video. It was for the Barcelona Ironman, and it just made me start to cry. Like, even thinking about doing an Ironman made me start to well up, hence my eyes. And I thought, wow, there's something here. What is it that I need to unpack here? What is it? Is it something that I let go, that I wanted to do or prove to myself? Is it this whole thing about worthiness, proving that I'm worthy, that I'm capable, that I can do it, that I push myself to the limits? Because that feeling of wanting to do an Ironman had gone for quite a while, and just certain conversations brought it back into my mind. And looking into it more in depth, I started getting scared. I started thinking about open water. I thought the running part I could probably do. Cycling maybe, yeah, I'm not a cycler, but yes, I could probably, but it was the water part. I can swim, but there's no way I've done any amount of distance like that. A few lengths in the pool, but to do that and then the cycling and the running, that's just insane. And it also has a really big toll on your body. And then that got me thinking about, it's one or the other. Do I choose to go and make myself as healthy as possible to potentially have a baby? Or do I scrap that and go and do an Ironman, which could probably muck up my whole hormones and everything? And I started getting in this whole dynamic with one part of my brain saying this and the other saying the other, and it's like giving me these ultimatums. You choose one or you choose the other. And I was like, why can't I choose both? And then I started thinking about having children, and I'm starting to think, oh my gosh, you're getting older, and then all of that came on board. It's crazy how the brain works. But what I think I need to do, and there are ways to do, part of me was like, well, why can't I do both? And there is a way to do both. You can do a plan and have a plan that's open and flexible. Should you get pregnant in that time, then you can cease it. You can have a plan that's open and flexible that doesn't bash your hormones, your fertility, your body. It doesn't stresses your body out that much. So there are ways around it, but it's crazy that just looking into doing an Ironman, I had this fear, the fear of the open water and swimming that length and then doing it all. I had this fear, it's a real fear, like I was living through it, doing this Ironman, and that fear pushed me to the point it was like, I don't want to stop doing something because of fear. So it kind of pushed me that I have to do this. It was scary, it was real. And then I got to thinking about it even more in depth, that the fear was making me well up. And then I watched the video, and then that was it. The floodgates came open. I'm like sitting here blubbering about an Ironman that I'm not even doing yet or have signed up to, which has then brought me into this whole thing about pregnancy. It is mental, like how things transpire and what goes on in your brain. But I thought I'd jump on just to be like, I don't even know how this is going to come across, but this video is just a real like blur of how things can crop up, unresolved issues. And when there's a feeling, you've got to start asking, what is that feeling trying to tell me? The feeling of fear, the fear of, was it the fear of doing the Ironman, or was it the fear of not having a baby? Was it the fear of getting older? There's all these things, and it's just really interesting. I think it's good to unpack. And then came the logic. Well, why can't you do both? And then, watching that video, it scared me. It scared me. So I feel like this is something I have to do and explore more. I just wanted to jump on just to say that sometimes things crop up. And I think for me, what I'm going to do is this feeling of fear, this feeling of upset, crying. It's real, there's a reason there and I need to explore it, but it's also pushing me to actually go and do. So watch this space. I'm still going to think on it and whether I am going to go for this massive thing, because for me, if I do an Ironman now, it'd be one and done, that is it. But this is what I'm thinking of at the moment. I just had to jump on and just say, sometimes really look at what that feeling is trying to tell you, and there's the uneasiness is telling me something. There's something that I need to explore here, so I'm going to explore it and watch this space to see what happens at the end of it. I want to leave on this part. If something's resonated with you in this message or in anything that's brought emotions to the surface, there's something there in the emotions. So number one, listen to what that emotion is trying to tell you. It stirred something up for a reason. Now just work out what that is. You don't get emotions and you don't cry over something that's not worth it. There's something there. So it's either moving you towards a place where you want to be, or taking you away from a place that you're no longer comfortable with anymore. Number two, you don't have to feel ready. You just have to feel called. Now, if something's resonated inside of you or stirred up some emotions, tap into that. A lot of the times we wait. Fear gets a hold of us and we wait and we say, I'll do it when, or I'll do it if, when I have this in place, when I'm perfect in my setup. The truth is, we shouldn't be waiting until we're fearless to do something. Part of growth is like taking that fear and running with it. We don't have to be fully confident. We just have to have the courage to start. So don't worry about not being fully ready. No one's fully ready when they embark on something new, but listen to your feelings. And if it resonates with you, if it's stirring some kind of emotion and you feel the calling, just go for it. Worry about the fine details later. Like in terms of my plan, I'll worry about the training plan later. Just remember, if something stirs something in you, so number three, it is for you. Whether that's doing an Ironman, if this message has resonated with you and it stirred something in you, got you thinking and wondering about certain things, then roll with it. Then it is for you. Whether you're doing an Ironman, traveling to a new destination, embarking on motherhood, a bold step, if it's stirring up an emotion, even a tear, then it is meant for you. It's a message. So lead with that. Really fine tune and tune into that, because our minds, our bodies are amazing, and we're given clues all along the way, and sometimes we just block those clues. So if this message resonated, if something somebody said to you resonated, listen to it. If it's stirring up an emotion, that is a clue that this is meant for you. So just roll with it. Just to recap, number one, your tears are telling you it matters. Your emotion is telling you that it matters. Number two, you don't have to feel ready to take action. You just have to feel that you're full. And if this stirred something up in you, it's another sign to go with it. This is a message for you. This is your sign. You don't have to do it all now. Just don't walk away from the part that's urging you to take that next step, even if it's just a little baby one. If you've liked this video, please like, subscribe, comment and share. And I look forward to hearing about your bold moves, your wants, desires, your decisions in the comments.